Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Keep my head up when I act, head up, that's a fact. Never looking back, I'ma keep myself on track. Keep my head up, staying strong, always moving on. Feel I don't belong, tell my thoughts to move along. Push myself to be the best, die with no regrets. Live with every breath, see my message start to spread. And I had so many dreams, then you hit your teens. Life ain't really what it seems, try to find out what it means. Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Yeah, I put out all this art, it's my only medicine. Yeah, everything I do, I'm just being genuine. Yeah, I'm sick of being screwed, feel my own adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah. I'm grateful, oh yeah, able, oh yeah, I'm stable, oh yeah, no label, oh yeah, you know me, I have only a path, I'm lonely, but damn, I'm going to win. I don't want no fake love, I want the real stuff. Everybody listen up, cause I'll only say it once. I'm gonna show you all the path, if you want it bad. I'm gonna show you where it's at, yeah, how you can get it back. Yeah, cause I ain't never done, I'll be number one. Working hella hard until I get just what I want, yeah. Rises like the sun, yeah, fatal like a gun. Shooter's gonna shoot and I'm gonna shoot until I won, yeah. Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Yeah, I put out all this art, it's my only medicine. Yeah, everything I do, I'm just being genuine. Yeah, I'm sick of being screwed, feel my own adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah. I'm grateful, oh yeah, able, oh yeah, I'm stable, oh yeah, no label, oh yeah, you know me, I have only a path, I'm lonely, but damn, I'm going to win, yeah. Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Keep my head up when I act, head up, that's a fact. Never looking back, I'ma keep myself on track. Keep my head up, staying strong, always moving on. Feel I don't belong, tell my thoughts to move along. Push myself to be the best, die with no regrets. Live with every breath, see my message start to spread. And I had so many dreams, then you hit your teens. Life ain't really what it seems, try to find out what it means. Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Yeah, I put out all this art, it's my only medicine. Yeah, everything I do, I'm just being genuine. Yeah, I'm sick of being screwed, feel my own adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah. I'm grateful, oh yeah, able, oh yeah, I'm stable, oh yeah, no label, oh yeah, you know me, I have only a path, I'm lonely, but damn, I'm going to win. I don't want no fake love, I want the real stuff. Everybody listen up, cause I'll only say it once. I'm gonna show you all the path, if you want it bad. I'm gonna show you where it's at, yeah, how you can get it back. Yeah, cause I ain't never done, I'll be number one.
What is up, everybody? Hold up, I'm gonna fix one thing. Alright, what's up, everybody? We're back with another stream here. My webcam's picking up the audio again today. Let me turn off Evan Freiberger. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, so. Yeah. So this stream we're going to be covering the severe weather risk everywhere in the United States. Whenever I started this, and I started the stream starting countdown, there was some rotation, and over here, I believe that has gone away now though. Check correlation coefficient. We are seeing some high winds right now though, but overall no tight rotation. I really did think that this was going to get tornado warned whenever I saw it, but now overall it does not look like it will be getting tornado warned. Oh, I don't know what I just did. So yeah. Maybe I have everything correct over here. Yeah. Alright, so there was some tight rotation over here recently, near Redstown, but that has kind of fell apart. I will show y'all if we go back a few, if we go back a few scans. This is what I was looking at a minute ago, down over here, because it did have some pretty tight rotation, but that was a few scans ago, so it no longer looks like that, and the rotation has kind of fell apart. So we will make sure to continue to keep an eye on that in case that does try to refire, and we will make sure to definitely keep you updated on that. We need to keep an eye on this too. It's not looking like any tight rotation right now, so yeah. Is that a new special weather statement, or was that just updated? I believe that's just updated. But there's some pretty big mesoscale discussions. I did not expect to be live. This is my second live back to back, within literally like 15 minutes. I had like a 10-minute break in between both of my live streams. But it was like 15 minutes ago that I was live, literally doing my morning weather briefing. And now I watched another YouTuber who does stuff like I do, and he saw some rotation, so that's when I decided to go live. But yeah. Don't mind the sound in the background. That is the lawnmower in my backyard, which I just don't want to be there. So, I wonder how correlation coefficient's looking. I will be keeping an eye on this, but overall there is no tight rotation in this, so yeah. we will make sure to keep an eye on that, just in case. So yeah. Then if we look over here, there's apparently a special weather statement in Tennessee. Okay. I wonder how not updated this is. There we go. Um, Sorry about that, guys. I'm trying to keep an eye on some of these storms because some of these do have a little bit of rotation that I would like to keep my eye on that you cannot actually see from reflectivity, but you can in velocity. Which this is one of the ones that I need to keep an eye on. So let me check velocity real quick. Yeah, so it's starting to kind of get some tight rotation, but nothing is crazy right now in that area. But I will try to keep an eye on that. As that is something that we probably do need to continue to look at, as that could be starting to rotate. As this could be a hook echo right here pulling in air in draft, I believe, or something like that. But so yeah, we're getting some pretty good lightning in here too. But yeah, we always are going to continue to look at velocity before we say that something should be tornado warned. Okay. We will definitely keep an eye on that. Sorry, let me do one thing real quick. Give me just a minute, guys. I'm gonna mute this so you don't have to listen to my dog. Alright, I believe that this is falling apart now, so should be able to let this expire any minute now, as this is falling apart and will not cause anything crazy. But make sure you're still in your safe place, because I'm not too sure if this tornado is on the ground or not, because we do not have any chasers there currently. Corey Gherkin headed towards it, but he is not there, and he will not be there for a while. So the tornado warning will be expired by the time he gets there. So yeah, this is the view that he's got right now. So I know he wants to be there. Yeah. He doesn't like to talk very much. Whoa, getting out of the lane there. Alright, so whoa there, chill. That was illegal. Don't do that, guys. So yeah, he does not have a good view on this, because he is not anywhere near it really. I wonder if this one near Viola fell apart. Yeah, it fell apart and it failed to make one. So no tornado there. Hold up, guys. I'm doing one thing real quick. Sorry that my text is dude. that could form a tornado near Dodgeville. Once again, what was tornado warned was right over here, but now this is showing it. Yeah, they're most likely going to have somebody. Um, yeah, I know. But they're most likely going to have a tornado warning extended to out here. Sorry, let me redraw that. Most likely extended to be out to here or so. Um, yep, there's that new tornado warning. Sorry. Let me do something real quick. Okay, so this is an observed tornado warning, which means that there is a tornado on the ground moving just towards Ridgeway, just south of Bluegrass, headed up near that. So this is an observed tornado on the ground. Um, what is going on. There we go. Yeah, so there is some debris being located down here. So give me just a second here. Whoa. I'll move this to a different monitor real quick. Whoa. My bad. Hold up here. I just messed it up pretty bad. Huh. I want you to stay over here. That new tab to be over here. Okay, I want you to stay over here, okay? Alright guys, I will be back in a minute, okay? So just give me a few minutes or so.
here south of Pleasant.
Vehicles will occur.
No.
Damage
Yeah,
is
you're right
likely.
there.
Locations and taxes include
Still heading up towards Hyde.
Arena, Ridgeway, and Blue Mountain State
A
Park.
new tornado warning has
Other
been issued.
landmarks included are the following.
New tornado warning has been issued back over here south of New Glarus, where we have an area of rotation now moving off to the east, north on Monroe, moving towards Stearns. If you guys live near Stearns, you guys need to be in your safe spots. Again, this is a tornado warning, not on the ground at this moment, but a tornado warning nonetheless. Moving off to the north and east towards Stearns. So please be in your safe spots there. Yeah, as far as I can tell, I can see on this radar, we still have a debris signature on this storm just to the east of Pleasant Ridge, Wisconsin, still moving up towards Hyde. Again, this is still a dangerous situation here with a tornado currently in progress moving towards Hyde, Wisconsin. So please be seeking shelter. I do want to come back up here to the north and check back in on these storms. Yeah, still some areas of rotation. We still have a couple spots back up here. None of them have really tightened, but still worth keeping an eye on this little pocket of storms over here near Toma. And then maybe these ones over here near Pittsville, if those can get organized. Yeah, and then back over here, still seeing a potential debris signature there. So now we have 2 tornado warnings in Wisconsin. And yeah, these storms are generally heading in the direction north of Madison. With this one's going to come pretty close to Madison, Stoughton, and Evansville here in southern Wisconsin. Thank you, Patty. I appreciate that. Storm near Lena and Freeport. Let me see. I don't think so. These might be a little bit removed from our... Yeah, and we got an outflow boundary moving in. We'll see. Maybe one of those storms tries to latch onto one of those boundaries, but usually, especially in July, they stay behind them. Not overly concerned about those storms. I'm more concerned about just storms that are directly close to this little center of circulation. If we put this in motion, you can see where our spin's coming from. It's coming from this little low pressure here, this little MCV. That's allowing for these storms to rotate and produce tornadoes at this moment. So, yeah. That's the main area. Mainly, like any one of these storms, like maybe over there north near Reedsburg, maybe near Hillsboro, maybe as far north as Toma. Oh, wow.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Another new tornado warning over here near Lime Ridge now. Sandusky, Loretto, Plain, Hill Point, and Lime Ridge all need to be in their safe spots. And if you're just now tuning in, we have a tornado in progress here south of Spring Green. There's your area of some stronger rotation heading up towards Hyde. It's heading up towards Coon Rock and Arena. Further down to the south, we have this area of circulation right here, south and east of Argyle. That is moving up north of Stearns. And then further up to the north, we have yet another tornado warning for Lime Ridge. That's going to be for this area of rotation. Right now, our only tornado on the ground right now is this storm over here near Spring Green, but these other ones could eventually try to produce. So again, if you live over there near like Reedsburg, Baraboo, Madison, Evansville here in Wisconsin, these storms are coming either close to you or your way. So a lot of you guys need to be ready to go. Again, you're in a tornado watch. That tornado watch means you need to be watching out for tornadoes. So please be doing that at this moment. Again, that's going to be over there near Reedsburg, Baraboo in probably about 30 to 45 minutes. This one back over here, probably close to Prairie du Sac and Wanakee, probably within 30 to 45 minutes. And this one down over here is going to be close to New Glarus and Evansville within that time frame as well. So a lot of you guys need this time to pay attention. You know, today was going to be conditional, but it looks like conditionally a decent tornado day. There you go, just north and west of Monroe. starting to get even stronger rotation now develop on this storm as well, just south and east of Argyle, moving up to the north and east eventually towards Monticello. So make sure you guys are in your safe spots. Check the latest on this storm, see if we still got a tornado on the ground. As far as I can tell, yeah, maybe still a debris signature there heading towards Hyde. So that might still be on the ground there just to the west of Hyde. So again, if you live in Hyde, please continue to be hiding from this tornado or be in your safe spots. Again, that is the lowest, most interior portion of your house. As many walls in between you and the outside as humanly possible, a tornado shelter or a basement that is underground. And if you're just now tuning in, these tornado warnings, we have 3 of them right now. Also with a tornado watch out over here into southern Wisconsin. It's mainly going to be these corridor of storms. We might see these ones further down to the south try to do something, but we haven't really seen much rotation down there yet. But we're keeping an eye on them as they are maturing, and there's technically, you can make an argument for a tornadic environment up here in northern Illinois. How are we looking out in Marshfield? Let me check where Marshfield is. Marshfield. Still keeping an eye on your storms. Looks like these little prefrontal or pre-MCV-esque storms are kind of dying, fizzling with their rotation right now, but we still have a couple of areas of rotation over near Toma that are still trying to happen, but none of these have really been able to tighten up or really organized just yet up there. So we're still keeping an eye on that. What's the time frame for Sheboygan? Probably around 5 or 6 p.m. So you guys got probably about 4 hours before the storms get there.
New information. This tornado warning has been upgraded.
Oh my gosh. This has now been upgraded to a large and extremely dangerous tornado in progress. So now we have a PDS tornado right now. If you live in Arena, you guys need to be in your safe spots. This is now a large and extremely dangerous tornado in progress right in there heading up towards Arena. Again, this is a PDS, a particularly dangerous situation. Again, a large and extremely dangerous tornado is in progress now in Wisconsin. So this has now just gotten even worse. Again, this is just south of Arena here in Wisconsin. Tornado is located right here in this area, just south of Coon Rock, moving up to the north and east towards Arena. Again, Arena needs to be in their safe spots. This is a large and extremely dangerous tornado in progress, moving up to the north and east, very close to Arena. So if you live in Arena, I'd be in your safe spots. Again, that's the lowest, most interior portion of your house. As many walls in between you and the outside as humanly possible, a tornado shelter or a basement that is underground. Again, this is an extremely dangerous situation. You guys want to be seeking shelter immediately. Not good. This is probably one of those types of tornadoes that can cause a lot of damage. Also, noticing a little bit stronger rotation over here south and east of Keysville. Now moving up towards Loretto. It looks like this storm is organizing a little bit more there south of Lime Ridge. And then back over here, this storm is really starting to organize as well. We do have still quite the area of what appears to be inflow increasing into this storm. And then this back over here is our main circulation, still getting stronger and stronger by each scan. So this could be our next storm that could have some strong tornado potential here. Yeah, this is like mainly Vorticity and 3 Cape event here. Really don't have much SRH out there right now. Storm relative helicity is around like 25. It's a really weak environment there, but we do have a decent amount of vorticity overlapping our 3 cape right now, and that is what's allowing these storms to become tornadic. Looks like this tornado warning over here is still radar indicated there. But yeah, back up just to the south and east of Spring Green, we still have a large and extremely dangerous tornado in progress south of Coon Rock. So please continue to be in your safe spots. How's everybody doing? Not great. This has gone from potentially dangerous to extremely dangerous really fast. So, yeah, not good. Let's get a tornado watch for Kenosha. Yeah, we have tornado watches really all the way across the board here for most of Wisconsin, like from like Green Bay down to Janesville and Kenosha, Madison, Oshkosh, Fond du Lac, Sheboygan, Manitowoc, Beaver Dam, Menomonee Falls. Yeah, I'm not seeing any debris signatures right now on any of these storms other than the one further up to the north. And actually, this debris signature might have fizzled. I'm not seeing a debris signature anymore with this storm either. They're south and west of Arena, but I'm still keeping a close eye. And thank you, Aaron, Corey, Lori, and Zach for subscribing. Thank you so much. How's the tropics? Tropics are still looking weak. Nothing new to report. Yeah, I mean, as far as our latest reports, this is still on the ground according to weather spotters. I'm not seeing a debris signature anymore. So this might have lifted, or it could be just on the ground and the radar's not capturing it. Regardless, though, if you live in Arena, I would still be in your safe spot. If this thing is not on the ground, it very likely could reproduce another tornado very quickly. But if it is still on the ground, obviously, that's a no-brainer. Still continue to be in your safe spots regardless. Yeah, I do not have a view of the storm, though. I don't have any storm chasers out here, unfortunately. Yeah, it seems like the only storm chasers like John McKinney, Charlie Bordeaux, they're all not close to this storm. Only hope would be like Storm Runner Media goes live. But they're not scheduled to, so I don't think so. We'll have to rely on webcams today. Yeah. Still looks like we have an area of rotation. Actually, our latest scan looks a little bit promising. Maybe this thing's going a little bit outflow dominant. So I'm not seeing a new debris signature, and it seems like our rotation got a lot weaker on our latest scan. So it'll be interesting to see if we get any new reports out of this storm, whether or not it's still on the ground. But I still think it's a storm to be very weather aware of, though, still, just given the fact that it has once already produced a strong tornado and could very well do so again. Back over here, still got a tornado warning on this storm near Lime Ridge. Looks like that rotation is not looking as interesting anymore. And then back over here near New Glarus, still not seeing any tornadic activity with that storm right now. But there is still a little hook right here in this area. Not a whole lot of rotation there. This back over there, that's inflow contamination. And so, yeah, I think that rotation is getting a little bit weaker on that storm as well. Come back over here, check in on some of these storms on Radar Mega, since, yeah, still not seeing any areas of strong rotation, or really any rotation at all on these storms in Illinois. So they are still staying relatively calm. There is a little bit of rotation over there near Freeport with a little kind of mini supercell ongoing here. You can definitely tell that it is wrapping around something there near Freeport. And this is kind of in a similar environment, maybe the most southern extent of that little overlapping environment. Yeah, guys, please stop spamming other creators in my chat. It's super disrespectful. You will get banned. I'm not even gonna give you a warning because that should be an obvious. All right, latest scan on this storm. Still decent area of rotation south of Arena. Still not seeing a new debris signature, so I think our tornado has lifted, but it might be in the process there of recycling. Yeah, particularly dangerous situation still, but I do think the tornado has lifted as far as I can tell. Sent a video of the tornado. Okay, let me check that out. Oh yeah, I already shared that. Thank you. That was when it first produced.
There it is. A new PDS tornado warning has been issued. There it is.
Okay, this is as of 24 minutes ago. What the tornado looked like. It was wow. Yeah, look at that motion in there. That's impressive. Yeah, a lot of fast motion in there. That's probably why they threw a PDS on there, but that was 24 minutes ago. Still no new. Yeah, it seems like our latest update here is that it's still on the ground according to law enforcement at 12:55, which is pretty recent. So we're still getting reports that this is on the ground. But if you live in Arena, town of Roxbury, town of Springfield, Black Earth, let me see if I can get a visual on it. There is somebody that's like nearby it. Yeah, it's not on the ground right now, I don't think. Yeah, well, actually, never mind. I thought the chaser was nearby this storm, but they're not. So yeah, this could be on the ground. Law enforcement still says it's on the ground. They still say it's a large and extremely dangerous tornado. So please take this very seriously there in Arena. Just mixed messages coming from our radar in our, reports on the ground, but, trust the law enforcement. If you're there in Arena, Mazomanie, Prairie du Sac, town of Roxbury, Black Earth, I would be still treating this very seriously. Again, this is still a large and extremely dangerous tornado on the ground heading towards Arena. Bit of a bowl funnel. Yeah, I don't know. Let me check the storm up to the north. Yeah, still very weak rotation on this storm up to the north. Let me go check on those other storms that were well north of these. Yeah, still not seeing any of these storms consolidating that rotation. Back over to here. Yeah, still an area of rotation just to the south of New Glarus. Yeah, I still think that this northern portion of it is side lobe, and then this back over here is where our rotation would end up developing. So this one, I can tell you right now, definitely doesn't have a tornado on the ground. But if you live out in front of these storms, I would still be taking them seriously. Could definitely see those get a little dicey eventually. Back over here near Dixon and Amboy, 1-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds, and near Princeton,
A new tornado
1-inch hail,
warning has been
60-mile-per-hour winds are heading your way. That's for damaging winds and hail. All right, looks like we just got this extended out towards Evansville. So if you live in Belleville, Evansville, south of Union and near Oak Hall, I would be in your safe spots on this storm now. Again, we've got a radar indicated, so still no, confirmations that this is on the ground yet. But I mean, we are starting to see some pretty similar velocity signatures that we saw with the last storm, but really not in the right place. Again, see these velocity signatures are, well, yeah, they are definitely in the inflow of the storm still, but that does definitely mean is that we have some strengthening inflow, and that some rotation can develop back over here a little bit stronger pretty shortly. This storm is kind of in a decent environment to produce a tornado. You can see it's kind of all by itself there. All right, let's come back over to here and check in on this. Yeah, still an area of some pretty decent rotation, now redeveloping back on this storm. Still not seeing a new debris signature, but again, our latest report from law enforcement is that this is still a large and extremely dangerous tornado moving up towards Mazamani, heading up towards the town of Roxbury and Prairie du Sac and Sauk City. Again, this is the type of tornado, when they're this strong, that is going to definitely have some potential to knock over walls and take off your roof of your house. It's not like going to be like one of those weak tornadoes that just kind of spins up, maybe throws around a little bit of lawn furniture, some small branches. It's just one of those types of tornadoes that can do considerable damage, which is why it is labeled as a particularly dangerous situation. And again, this is observed and on the ground. Yeah, I can't use Corey either. Again, we're just not a big channel. We don't have unlimited pockets. Storm chasers have gotten extremely expensive, making it nearly impossible for smaller channels like myself to afford them. So, yeah, all of our storm chasers that we are friends with that give us, actually affordable prices, they are not streaming this event today. We have one chaser in Pennsylvania though. Yeah, unless you're rich like, Max Velocity or Ryan Hall, you just can't afford it. All right, latest scan over here. Still kind of seems like this is developing near where that where you would expect a circulation to develop. So I do think our rotation is actually starting to get its act together on this storm a little bit more near Monticello. And this is heading towards Exeter and south of New Glarus. New Glarus. Sirens going off in Janesville. Yeah, no tornado warning for Janesville yet. But you guys don't need to be in your safe spots in Janesville. And in fact, this storm is going to go most likely north and east of you. I think we do have cameras though. Thankfully we do have traffic cameras. So I think we're going to be able to get a view of this storm probably in the next view of either one of these storms. Let me see if we can get a view on that northern one. Here's our Madison cameras. Yeah, there's Sauk City, Prairie du Sac. Yeah, our closest camera to this. Yeah, I mean, if this makes it over to 3990, we should eventually get a view of it, at least as it crosses the road, and if it takes the right trajectory. We'll have this camera set up. This is technically in its path. We have a lot of traffic cameras coming up on these storms, so if any of these things have a tornado on the ground as it goes over the camera, we can get very, very close to the tornadoes. So these will be our only resource, at least on this channel, in which we will actually be able to see something. But, you know, hopefully you're not one of those people that require visual stimuli to get into your safe spots. And if you do, we'll try our best. But again, you know, storm chasing prices, talk about inflation. My goodness. Storm chasing prices have inflated an incredible amount. All right, latest over here near Cassell, just to the east of Arena, still have a pretty dangerous rotation on this storm. No debris signature here south of Cassell, as far as I could tell, but again, still observed from law enforcement. So this might be over a field, but it looks like our rotation has gone south of Arena and is heading very, very close to Prairie du Sac and Sauk City. So again, if you live in Prairie du Sac, Sauk City, you need to be in your safe spots. This is, again, a large and extremely dangerous tornado in progress, and it's heading right towards you guys. So you want to be in your lowest, most interior room of your house with as many walls in between you and the outside as humanly possible, a tornado shelter, or a basement that is underground. Bill Nye, the camera guy. I don't know. We usually can't use most of his cameras. Every now and then he shows up with a camera we can use, but yeah, there's no cameras on any of my maps like near where these storms are right now. If only we had a storm chaser. They're on the bottom tornado zone. Not right now, not yet. And as far as I can tell, I've been watching a chaser that's in the area. Nothing. Looks like this storm is going a little bit outflow dominant. There's definitely still a little area of circulation in it, though. I can see it rotating. So yeah, no tornado down as far as I can tell yet with this storm, but it definitely still has an area, decent area of rotation there just to the north of Monticello. But it does seem like that rotation is dying a little bit. You can see our storms are getting a lot more clustered in this area. So I would imagine our tornado risk goes down a little bit as these storms cluster up. So that's kind of what we're watching for. And this one is still kind of in its own little zone here. There's really no storms like kind of interfering with it at the moment. That will probably change eventually, but for now, this storm is going to be free and clear to unfortunately produce tornadoes. So I would definitely treat this storm with a lot of respect if you live out over here. Definitely not a storm to second guess. I'm not going to tell you what chasers are in the area. That's up for you to find out. If that's all you care about, you probably even shouldn't be over here watching my channel, to be honest. I'm not a storm chaser DJ. I just watch the radar and tell you what's happening. If you want to know what's actually happening in a storm, like in terms of velocities or whether or not it has like a tornado or not, you know, because you're actually in the path of these storms, you should probably stay here. If I'm being honest. It's very easy to get, what's the word? Kind of lost. Even like when like there's a storm chaser right next to a storm, like it's not at a map view. It's easy to get disoriented and not really know where the NATO is at until maybe it gets closer to your area, which usually isn't enough time. So I wouldn't really get caught up in that if you're actually in the path of these storms. The latest scan on this storm over here in between Cassell and Mazomanie. Still a decent area, but some pretty strong rotation heading up towards Prairie du Sac and Sauk City. Only bad thing about bad weather and tornadoes is you don't have a basement. Well, the good news is as long as you're in the innermost interior portion of your house with as many walls in between you and the outside. So like if you imagine a house, right? Like say we're like looking down at a house, you know, you got like the front door here. So you got like a room here, a hallway that kind of comes, you know, to the front door. back over here, and then say you got like a room like right in the center of the house. Like you can see, you're gonna have the most walls in between you and the outside if you're in this room here. That's your most central room. So you get there, and as long as you're on the lowest floor, you actually have a pretty high chance of surviving a tornado, even if it hits you directly. It's not game over, I promise. So even without a basement, you still have pretty high chances of surviving the average tornado. You know, once you get into those higher categories, even still, I mean, I've seen EF4 damage, or not EF4, EF3 damage, where the center of the house still stays intact. So you definitely want to be there, have that plan in place. You know, without a basement, you're not completely screwed. Obviously, a basement's better. But, you know, I wouldn't lose all hope if you don't have one. All right, latest scan here. Yeah, still pretty decent rotation, and maybe a debris signature starting to pop back up here on radar. Still a pretty strong area of rotation in between Cassell and Mazumane. Still heading up towards Y and Sauk City. Prairie du Sac still needs to be in their safe spots. I think they're going to allow this tornado warning up to the north to expire. And this storm further down to the south is definitely becoming outflow dominant, but there still appears to be a wall cloud on this storm. So I still wouldn't let your guard down. There still is a little area of rotation there heading towards Evansville. How's the storm south of Madison looking? Yeah, we just went over that. We're in an A-frame, and thankfully we have a basement. How's the storm in Illinois? Yeah, let's check on Illinois again. I do want to check on the rotation. Yeah, rotations are looking good, but still a damaging wind threat right now, heading into Amboy with some 60-mile-per-hour winds. So actually, honestly, pretty weak storms. Might knock out some power for some folks, but as long as you're indoors and away from windows, you'll be perfectly fine. The reason that they issue these severe thunderstorm warnings is so you're not outside. So as long as you're indoors or even in a car, you'll be fine. And there still is a decent amount of motion on this storm south of New Glarus. This program right here is WeatherWise, and this one over here is Radar Omega. Both have their strengths and weaknesses. And we still have an observed large and extremely dangerous tornado with this area of circulation heading towards Prairie du Sac and Sauk City. I wouldn't say weakening storms, but not strong storms. I mean, again, this storm is not gonna, you can get wind storms that can get up to 90 miles per hour and can actually like destroy a roof of a house. This is the kind of wind that might knock out some power, maybe will knock over some weak, diseased trees. So you definitely want to be indoors. But yeah, as long as you're indoors, you will survive it. It's nothing to be afraid of. It's going to get loud, obviously, but the 60-mile-per-hour severe thunderstorm warning is really nothing to write home about. Just as long as you're indoors. Now, if you're outside, it's gonna be crazy. Kenny, I would love to agree with you, but again, this thing hasn't had a debris signature for a good couple of scans, like really since south of Arena, but we keep on getting these confirmations from law enforcement that this thing is still a large and extremely dangerous tornado on the ground. So until we stop getting those reports in, I'm just not gonna really take the radar, debris signature as seriously. I have a feeling we might be going over a field or something, maybe not hitting many houses. Well, there's a decent amount of buildings there. I don't know. I don't know why there's a disconnect between the radar and what people are reporting on the ground. So it's always, for me, I usually always just trust the on the ground reports. You can see it in Sauk City. I don't know why you were looking for it. Please don't be an idiot. Get in your dang safe spot. What are you doing, Ashley? What are you doing? Get in your dang safe spot. This thing is literally miles from you. Don't be looking for the dang tornado. It's not gonna. You're not safer if you can see it. In fact, you're. Oh, you got cameras. Okay, all right. Then I apologize. I apologize. But I gotta cut straight for the. I gotta go straight for the throat whenever I see that in chat. So hopefully you understand. I will not be nice to you if you tell me you're not in your safe spots, especially when we have a large and extremely dangerous tornado on the ground. I will make you feel like an idiot. And I will have everybody in chat get mad at you. You deserve it. But if you're looking at your camera, then you're fine. All right, so we just got an update again. Okay, still on the ground. Not a large and extremely dangerous tornado on the ground, but still on the ground here in Prairie du Sac and Sauk City. That's the latest update there. Still in progress, but the PDS tornado warning has been allowed to expire, but it's still on the ground. Yeah, latest velocity scans, still a decent little area of rotation, still not seeing a debris signature, but law enforcement is still reporting this on the ground. So if you live in Sauk City and Prairie du Sac, please be in your safe spots. Again, a tornado, even a weak one, can cause some damage. As long as you're in your safe spots, which is the innermost interior portion of your house, many walls in between you and the outside as humanly possible, a tornado shelter or a basement that's underground, you will most likely survive a weaker tornado. The heck? Where's this camera located? It just turned. Oh, that's looking at the storm near Prairie du Sac. Looking in that direction, they changed it. Looking southwest. You kind of see something back in there. Look at that. I don't think that's that circulation. I think it should be further back. Yeah, this thing comes towards the camera, we will see it. As this is looking right at it. Here in Madison, are you safe? Yeah. You got a tornado warning to your north and one to your south, but for Madison, it's just rain. How's it going? We just had a large and extremely dangerous tornado in Wisconsin. It got very active very quickly, but the activity is also seems to be calming down pretty quickly. We'll see if there's any new uptick in tornadic activity after this, but we got a camera right now. We're looking back at our observed tornado warning, trying to see if we can see anything pop out of that rain back in there. We'll come back over to radar in just a second, but this is looking right at the storm and it is in the path of the storm as well, near Pionet. So we're trying to see what this thing is going to look like as it comes closer. If you live in Prairie du Sac and Sauk City, please be in your safe spot. That tornado is coming right at you. I will say, though, our rotation is getting weaker and more broad, but again, law enforcement is still reporting this on the ground. So, the best of our ability to know, I would still treat it like it's on the ground. Yeah, it's going to go well south of Baraboo. You'll be okay in Baraboo. This one to the south is falling apart. Absolutely falling apart. Storm interactions are killing it. You know, these storms back over here south of La Crosse are starting to mature. Our vorticity is going to be maxed out over in these storms near Boscobel, Fenimore, and Lancaster. These can mature, tap into some instability. These could also be a tornado threat back over here as well. Definitely worth keeping an eye on those just in case. They shouldn't be an issue, but I do want to get, we also have a storm chaser now live in Colorado. Could be a small tornado chance over there, so I want to get them up. All right, little update on this tornado warning. Yeah, they're still keeping it going, expires in 26 minutes. And that is still for Evansville, but I'm not seeing any areas of stronger rotation right now. We do still have some supercells, though. So I wouldn't say the tornado threat is zero yet. I would still keep an eye on those storms.
You know, they are so best friends, bro.
Let me
like they are such best friends.
come over to here.
I mean, I swear
and get
they're
another
like the
Wisconsin
best
camera.
you can be.
Set up over. Let's
Put
see.
together, you know.
There's Janesville, like north of Janesville, maybe like right here. Can actually get like a sky view at all.
We finished working like a 11 downstairs now. You know.
It doesn't seem like we can actually get a sky view. We'll at least get a camera set up to intercept it as it comes through. I preferably one that has a little bit better service than that one. There we go. It looks like it's starting to get windy over there just north of Janesville. No, not Broncos. This is Auburn. My brother went to Auburn, so I got a lot of Auburn merch. Yeah, latest scan, still not seeing a new debris signature, and still weaker circulation. Certainly weaker circulation than we've seen before. Yeah, still no new updates from the law enforcement in the area. But again, I'd still be treating this like a tornado on the ground until we get an absolute confirmation. Again, we haven't seen a tornado on the ground on radar for a while now. So it's possible. It is technically theoretically possible that this thing had lifted south of Arena. But the law enforcement in this area have been continuously reporting that this thing is still on the ground. 2 updates ago, they were still saying it was a large tornado on the ground. Now they're saying it's still a tornado, but it's not large. So I would still treat it like it's on the ground until we get that update from the law enforcement that this storm has lifted. You want to check in on these storms just to make sure we're not getting any other shenanigans in any other in any other unexpected areas. Yeah, we're looking pretty good. Little area of rotation actually over here near City Point. This little tiny supercell near Babcock, Wisconsin. Still keeping an eye on some of those weak supercells further up to the north. Honestly, this is acting so similar to like a tropical storm. It's so interesting on the northeastern quadrant of most tropical storms. Even though you don't see like a crazy amount of shear or anything, the vorticity alone can cause like tornadoes in the northeastern quadrant. And it is pretty interesting how similar, And
all right, I hate to interrupt you here, Evan, but bro, I'm on the phone, bro. Not on the phone, but like talking to my live stream, not you, Cray. Sorry, my little brother's in the background. But yeah, let me go ahead and open up my webcam camera. Go ahead and remove this. Go ahead and lock that in place. Here. wish I could find out what he used a minute ago. Hold up, my dogs. Okay, what's this? So this is 511 Wisconsin. Sorry guys, give me just a second here. I'm trying to pull up something real quick. Alright, let's see here. This is near Dayton. This is the most recent picture. I want to see it live, guys. What are we doing here? These are supposed to be live. Show video. Full screen. This is near Dayton, so let me go ahead and believe I can just mush my streaming stuff over here. Delete you. Okay, what about here? Anybody chats just now, I will not be able to see y'all. So actually, I will be able to see y'all's chat now. But remove this just a second. But so yeah, this is near Dayton. Go ahead and pull this over here out of the way from y'all so that I can take a look at it only. Was he riding a bike or running? I really hope he was not running. Okay. Alright. Let's see here. We're gonna go shift. We're gonna look at velocity here. Is this observed? Okay, there's an observed tornado near Prairie du Sac. Let me go ahead and copy this real quick. Let's go here. Here. And Control V. Sorry. Just a second. I'm trying to keep track of all the tornadoes that I cover. Hey, Cade, can you be quiet? Sorry, guys, give me just a second here. Bless you. RIP headphone users. For real though. RIP headphone users. Holy, I covered a lot of 21 yesterday. So far. I wasn't even here for the past 30 minutes. All of these are bold except I'll make this bold, guys. Give me just a second. Here. Bold. And this needs to be Arial. Bold. Alright, sorry guys about that. Okay, so. Alright, let's see here. Where's this confirmed tornado warning? Trying to look at this on weatherwise real quick. Sorry guys, give me just a second here. I like to report all the tornadoes that I covered, so let me. This is on a different monitor than I'm doing all this on. Seriously though, if you are in that tornado warning, make sure you take cover now. Give me just a minute here, guys. I'm trying to do all this real quick. Like I said, and y'all heard me say plenty of times probably, I like to report all the tornadoes that I cover, so, or all the tornado warnings. Just to keep for whenever I come back. Not saying there will, but alright, let's see here. If I look on weatherwise on this screen, this is here. Let me see here. I'm trying to actually do all of this real quick. Sorry guys, I'm trying to figure out where this is. There's Madison. Where's Middleton? Where's Madison now? This really drives me crazy. There's Madison, there's Middleton. Is there any storms? It doesn't show that there's any storms. I know for a fact there's storms. I want to see this video. Show me it. Okay. Alright, this is obviously not working. Corey Gherkin, I wonder what view he's got right now. He's headed away from it. I wonder if we could keep his view on the screen, but let me move it over there. Oh, I seriously cannot move it. I'm gonna have to move the whole thing. Alright, here we go. There's Corey Gherkin's view. Gherkin's view. Sorry, let me eat my pizza. Yeah, he turned his camera around, so. He's got a view on this observed tornado warning right here. I think so. Yeah, because here he is. Over there is this. He's driving away from it, but his camera's pointed backwards. So, in case you're wondering, no, he's not driving backwards that fast. So. But yeah, this is a observed tornado. You're not sure if it's on the ground currently. So if you were in Rutland, Stone, Brooklyn, Dunkirk, Staunton, areas like that in Wisconsin, or this might be Illinois. Yeah, this is gotta be in Illinois, I think. I believe that this is in Illinois, though. Because supposedly this storm chaser that I have a view on down in the bottom right corner of y'all's screen is in Illinois right now. So I think. This is either very northern Illinois or very southern Wisconsin. So somewhere along that. I'm gonna mute my audio real quick. Mute my mic to pull up some other Storm Chaser on my phone. Then I might I don't know what I said. I'm gonna mute my mic for right now. So. Alright guys, I am going to be ending my stream in about 4 minutes or so. So yeah. Because I am about to have to leave my house. Soon. I believe I can redirect y'all to somebody else's stream. I will leave a link down in the chat for y'all to go join somebody else's live stream. Actually, no, I will not. You can just look up TRG Tornado, or really, well, not mean to put that over there. Hold up, guys. You could just search up either TRG Tornado or Evan Fryberger. Spelled Fryberger. Or y'all could search up Max Velocity. He's probably the most reliable. He's been in weather basically his whole life, though. Stream name is MAXVEL. VELOCITY. Max Velocity. But yeah, that's going to be it for my stream today. This is Chris Haynes with US Weather signing off here. And I will see y'all on my next stream. And on to my outro.
Something.